our next match. For me, right? I got to be a fan too. I got to have my match that I'm looking forward to. For me, the main event is just moments away. Aaron Tiegs never belonged here. Hear me out. Hear me out on that. This is black belt or better, which means you must have a black belt, very clear. Or better means you are signed currently to Bellator or the UFC. That's the deal. Tiegs slips through the cracks. Every now and then there's a last minute or there's a replacement or you get the right guy to vouch for you. Things can happen. Tiegs worked the system. Tiegs gets into Submission Underground, not being a black belt or better. But then what's he do? He wins, right? He's like Charlie Kaplan. He comes in, he doesn't belong, but then he wins. What do? Tell him, well, now we're going to enforce a rule that you already found a way around. Tiegs keeps winning, and he keeps winning. I can't put one of these events on without you guys asking me where Micah Brakefield is. Today, I can answer that question. He's in the cage. Brakefield is back. In the blue, Tiegs in the red. This is finally going to happen.
Aaron, you ready? Mike, you ready? Fight!
There is a lot on this, guys. This is not the world title match. I'm not pretending it is, but I will tell you, for territorial bragging rights, for a very specific region known as the Northwest, it is on right now, and Tiegs has got a full mount. Aaron Tiegs has a style unlike any other. If he goes on, if he becomes a champion, they will talk about Tiegs the way they talk about Gordon and Craig. They will. Those guys were innovators. Tiegs is an innovator. Tiegs will reverse positions that are not reversible positions. He will find a full mount when he's put flat on his back. Tiegs has his own system, and if he can get a level of success in this sport, they will look at him as a guy who developed and changed the sport. Are you ready for that? He is that different. He is that unique. Started to reach under, wants to get the wrist of Brakefield. Submission Underground doesn't feel like Submission Underground when Brakefield's not around. I'm quoting you guys. I hear you guys say that on social media, but there's a truth. Okay, Brakefield reverses it, but it's Tiegs that's got a triangle. Notice how Brakefield's sitting back. This is Brakefield's only chance here. He's in big trouble, but if he does sit back, if he can get both legs over and extend, Tiegs is taking the extension away. He's pulling the opposite way. Brakefield's in trouble here. Tiegs swimming through. Tiegs is making this tighter. This is called a top-side triangle. It is devastating because now you are sitting, whatever you weigh, in this case 190 pounds, you are sitting that onto the pressure point, which happens to be the chest and throat of your opponent. Micah Brakefield's in big trouble right here. And even if he comes out on top, Tiegs just uses that to get a little bit tighter, and now he's starting to think of a manipulation of the arm. Notice the fist in the throat. Notice that fist in the throat. You guys are thinking that Tiegs is being dirty. No, that is a technique. You take your fist, you put it right on the jugular vein, and then you apply pressure. Right there, guys, he's doing it again. This is going to be slow. It's going to be annoying and slow, but if he can keep it there for a period of time, he can make Michael Brakefield fall asleep. And, you know, eventually you got to ask yourself the question, what does Tiegs need to do to get a black belt? I mean, in all fairness, and I fully respect his coach for holding such a high standard, but my goodness, Tiegs walks right into fire on UFC Fight Pass, gets his hand raised time and time again. He's changing the sport with some of his innovative techniques. What's a guy need to do? All right, Brakefield has made it. Guys, let's back up to Brakefield, one of the originals. Absolute fan favorite. We used to play at a theater called the Roseland Theater, and you can have an audience and crowd and sell this thing out. This guy would have a section of friends that drove from a different country. They drove from Canada. They would load up the cars and the vans. They would come here to cheer him on, but Brakefield has been removed from competition. What does that mean? Is he still able to get workouts? Is he still training? Is this a comeback match and he's rusty? I can't answer those questions. That's what this match is about. I think he looks pretty good. I think he got caught early in a triangle. I think that he's stuck in that same triangle. Now, I've already seen him defend this once, so I know he can do it. But how busy has Brakefield been? What is the layoff going to mean for him? Jeez, Brakefield gets out of it again, and now he's starting to think lower body manipulation. He's going to off balance here. He needs to really extend that leg. It looked like an opportunity for a knee bar. He's foregone the knee bar opportunity, thinking straight leg, which generally turns into heel hook. Tiegs starting to come on top and taking all that space away. See how Tiegs is hugging him? He's hugging him so that there's no space. Space in submission is a problem. You take the space away, you lower the opportunity. Boy, Tiegs is tricky. Look at that. Tiegs is tricky. He's back on top here. Brakefield not letting the position go. Tiegs making him let it go, and Tiegs coming out on top. Tiegs. Guard pass. Side control. Brakefield thinking inverted triangle. He's actually got something here. I don't mean to laugh. That's just these guys are nuts. You see why I was looking forward to this match. There is a lot on this in their geographical location. These are two of the biggest names, and they happen to be in the same area, which is the Northwest. Oh, interference. Interference. It hit him. All right, I'm teasing, of course. Hey, let me throw an idea at you guys. The winner of this match versus Andy Varela. Do I have some takers? Yeah, I thought so. All right, Tiegs on the back of Brakefield. Brakefield's conditioning looks very good. I only point that out because we are wondering, what does the break mean for Brakefield? Is this a comeback match? Is this one where he's got a little rust? I don't think so. I think he's looked very good. And as I watch, he's not huffing and puffing. He's very composed. Sure, he was on defense a lot. That's true. He's usually more offensive, but he's doing a good job. Tiegs comes under. This could be tight. Notice how Tiegs rotating. Absolutely. Guys, Tiegs locked that on. The chin was involved. Generally speaking, you want to be under the chin. He didn't get there, but he rotated. He squeezed and then rotates, and that's what cuts off the oxygen. Tiegs is good. Tiegs is a brown belt. Oh, my goodness. That's a hard system. With all due respect, Brakefield going for the armbar. I love to watch this position. Brakefield comes over, intertwines the legs. The number one thing that will do is freeze your opponent. It won't up your chances of a submission. It will allow you to be in that position. One tap versus no tap means we are done. The king of the Northwest for middleweights is official. Aaron Tiegs has just stopped Micah Brakefield. It was non-stop offense by Tiegs. I must tell you, talk about a question of how's Brakefield going to look. In my opinion, he looked really good. I thought he looked great. Better is the winner, which, Kevin, please tell us who that is.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by submission due to rear naked choke at 22 seconds in the top half of overtime round number 1, Aaron Tiegs.
Happy birthday, Daniel.
Aaron Tiegs. There's only two words that need to come out of his mouth right now, and that is Andy Varela. I believe Tiegs is ready. As I sit back and I'm assessing and watching listen, Tiegs and Brakefield are in title talks right now. They're a little bit premature, and we understand that. But watch this position. Notice what he's doing with the fist. That's just a dirty veteran move, and it almost worked on Micah Brakefield. Here was a hope spot for Micah. He was thinking inverted triangle, which can be a devastating technique, but it's got to be locked in just right. Tiegs didn't allow that to happen, and guys, I really want you to see this technique. Wait until Tiegs gets here. Notice, okay, he's not under the chin. Watch for it. He's going to rotate. Watch for this. He's not under. No, it's rotating. He's rotating right now. It's happening. He comes under. He has the face involved. Very hard to get a submission, at least a choke. You can cause pain, You can make someone say ow, but not somebody as good as Brakefield. Once you lock and you rotate, even not being under the chin, you can cut off the oxygen supply. That's what just happened. Aaron Tiegs and Andy Varela. I hope that the matchmaker boss lady is listening. That's the match. Aaron Tiegs, Andy Varela. Possible #1 contenders match. That's tomorrow's conversation. That was outstanding, though.